Hello, this is Newsfeed. I'm Liz with some of the things people are talking about, sharing and commenting on around the World Wide Web. On Newsfeed today, the UK government sticks to its guns and tries to use its navy to stop migrants in the Channel. A vlogger from Kashmir shows us how he's managed to continue his work throughout the crackdown. And life imitating art, imitating life. Last year's Eurovision winner bows to fan pressure and covers Yada Ding Dong. Top of our newsfeed this week, hate crime in the USA. Top of our newsfeed today, Daniel Lewis Lee. That's the name of the first person to die by federal execution in the US in more than 17 years. The Catholic Church in England and Wales prioritised its own reputation ahead of the welfare of children. Top of our newsfeed today, why Americans are bumping up their stocks of guns during the pandemic. While most people have panic bought toilet paper, pasta, or I don't know, their favourite chocolate, more Americans have bought weapons in the past month than at any point since the FBI started keeping records more than 20 years ago. What's in a name? There's some great news. A new coronavirus treatment has been approved in the US. It's an experimental antibody treatment to help people with mild symptoms. But all anyone can talk about on Twitter is the name. It's called bamlanivimab, which is really hard to say, and some people are saying it sounds like this. Elsewhere on the Twitters, Sandy says his Greek grandmother made it. It's delicious. And Sarah says the only thing about it is you must name your firstborn son Bamlanivimab, or every full moon he'll turn into a crow. Scientists are still working on it. Let's go around the world now for some stories not about coronavirus. It's being cried out across the United States.
Defund! Defund! When I say defund, you say police!
During protests against police brutality, police have repeatedly displayed brutality. Jay-Z says the time for kneeling is over.
I think we passed kneeling. I think it's time to go into actionable items.
This new project could be a touchdown for the league and Jay-Z. But many are wondering what changed his mind.
I said no to the Super Bowl. You need me, I don't need you. Every night we in the end zone. Tell the NFL we in stadiums too. I said no to the Super Bowl.
Trump says if their lies were true, then QAnon would be right in fighting for them. The mind boggles. Faisal explains. It's being described as the most ambitious proposal so far to reduce the environmental impact of the things we wear and toss out. Adama breaks it down. People have been stripping shelves and brawling in supermarket aisles over loo roll. Why? Because there were fears of a shortage? No. No one warned about a shortage. What about because experts told them to stock up? No, no one advised that. So even I, as an Australian, can't seem to explain why. I'll let Esra try. Now, if a statue were to go up of Keats, Yeats, Shakespeare, would you expect him to be nude? Well, no, that doesn't happen to men because men are appreciated for their achievements and not their bodies. But here we are in 2020, and a new statue to celebrate feminist writer, adventurer and rule breaker Mary Wollstonecraft has been unveiled. And guess what? Thank God she's got a great bod. When COVID-19 first hit and the world locked down, the environment bounced back. Pollution plummeted, greenhouse gas emissions fell by 17%. And there was this call for it to be a moment of reflection on what we are doing to the planet, a moment to decide what was worth restarting. But it looks like governments are back to prioritising economic growth, if only they could act with the same urgency about the climate crisis as they are about containing COVID-19.
Like many of South Korea's online creators, will continue to blaze a new path in this digital world.
Joseph Kim, everybody. Last up today, the Popo in the UK have picked a penguin they dubbed Popo. Imagine it is 250 miles straight up in a metal tube floating above the planet. Yes, people do that. Those lucky, brave, crazy enough to have made a home out there have been reflecting on 20 years of the International Space Station. Watch this. Oh, goosebumps. Now that's all from the Newsfeed team. You can find us 24/7 on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and we'll see you tomorrow.